Hi, Facebook friends. I'm Jenny Runovich in tonight for Scott and Felicia. Glad you are with us on this Friday night and hope you're having a great Friday. Do want to update you on some breaking news that we literally just got here at the station, and that's the news from the State House. You know, this marathon special session has been going on now, talking about Senate Bill 1, which deals with abortion. Well, we just heard that the Indiana Senate has passed Senate Bill 1. The final count was 28 to 19, so that is a near total ban on abortions. That bill passed. It now heads to the governor's desk for his signature. We are now the first state in the country post-Dobbs, post that Supreme Court ruling, to hold a special session and pass a ban in relation to abortion. So we have Emily Longnecker at the State House for us right now. She's gathering reaction to this, kind of going to put all of this in context for us. But again, wanted to let you know that Senate Bill 1 did just pass the Senate. The final count 28 to 19. Another story we've been really following closely will continue through tomorrow, and that's our community honoring the service and sacrifice of Elwood police officer Noah Shahnavez. So want to bring Rachel Kraus in with us now. Rachel, I know you were at the visitation today. So many people from so many different states have come to honor his service. I guess, what did you see at today's visitation as far as the emotions, the people there trying to honor him?
Yeah, I think really the biggest thing that struck me being out there at the church earlier this afternoon is the sheer number of people who wanted to be out there to support Officer Shahnavez and his family, his brothers in blue over at the Elwood Police Department. You know, they've never gone through something like this before. Really just shocking, kind of seeing the look on their faces from inside the visitation service. You can just tell it's just so hard to process that kind of raw grief at what has happened. And we heard from a lot of law enforcement officers from South Bend, from Lawrence, Lawrence in particular, who knows they've been through this kind of a loss with one of their officers, and they know how important it is to see that kind of outpouring of support. Just devastating. Officer Shahnavez, of course, as we've been telling you throughout the week, just 24 years old.
So young. Yeah.
So young, had only been with the department for 11 months when he was shot and killed in the line of duty on Sunday. Yeah. Just an absolute heartbreak. He'd served in the Army for 5 years before that, but just so very new to law enforcement, to the police department, and now his watch has ended. That visitation was held from 2 until 7, and a lot of community members, a lot of law enforcement officers wanted to be there to pay their respects, and we're expecting to see an absolutely massive turnout just like this again tomorrow for that funeral service. That's also going to be held at that same church in Fishers, at I-Town Church in Fishers, at 11 in the morning. For folks who maybe aren't able to get out there, we will be actually live streaming that here on WTHR, so folks can tune in to see that. Yeah,
because so many people want to pay their respects, and you know, this is such a difficult time for not just the community of Elwood, but also his military brethren, for everyone throughout the area. And I know they said they were expecting this could potentially be the largest funeral for a police officer that we've seen in this area. So a lot of people expected. There's that procession that's going to go from the church in Fishers up to Elwood and then back to Crown Hill. And people are encouraged to line the route too, right?
They are, yeah. They're asking that people want to pay their respects to Officer Shahnavez and to his family to line up along the procession route, and we do have that posted on our website at WTHR.com. And make sure, of course, that you post up in a very safe spot. But of course, that procession will be going through really slowly, somberly, so you'll get a chance to pay those respects. It's going to be a fairly long trip, so there's no reason to suspect you might have missed it if you get out there early. Just expect to take some time, and it's something that I'm really sure that the law enforcement community there, the Elwood Police Department family, would really appreciate. We spoke with law enforcement officers who said this route specifically was what the family wanted. It's what they asked for, and they want to do everything they can to honor the family's wishes in this awful time.
Right. It's such a somber and difficult time, and yet this is the way that we can honor the family, honor his service, honor his sacrifice. So we'll look forward to hearing more tonight at 11.
Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot. Want to get you updated on the forecast tonight too. You can see maybe some raindrops on our camera there, or perhaps just a dirty camera. But
we did have some raindrops.
We did.
Yes, it got rained on earlier.
Yeah. And yes, and it's that kind of rain where it just is enough to make everything look dirty, and not enough to wash everything away.
Right, that is true. That is true. So we have a big weekend coming up, and people making plans.
The fair, Colts camp is back on Sunday, so lots of activities. I know lots of concerts around both tonight and tomorrow night, and for the most part, the weather's going to cooperate. Live Doppler 13 radar pretty quiet from what we had earlier. These pop-up showers and thunderstorms, they have all dissipated. But as we get the heat of tomorrow afternoon and again the heat of Sunday afternoon, can't rule out some additional pop-up thunderstorms. It's going to be warm and it's going to be muggy. 74 at 8 a.m., 81 midday, and highs tomorrow close to 90. We'll be close to 90 again on Sunday with a pop-up storm or two. I know I was talking to Anne Marie, and she's got some plans on Sunday afternoon. She's like, I don't like this pop-up. I'm like, well, they could pop up here, they could pop up there, just hopefully they don't pop over you. And, and that's what makes it kind of hard about
Suddenly
summer.
you're Charlie Brown with the cloud over your head.
Me always.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
So it's just that kind of weekend. Don't cancel any plans, just be weather aware that we could have a couple pop up.
Well, that's always the time when you have to have it on your
phone is good, yes.
Yeah, because then you can check the radar and know, okay, I'm good, I'm not good, I'm good for 5 more minutes. Something like that.
And a lot of the time you're going to be good all weekend.
Yeah,
but
that is good.
hot and humid. So we had some folks
love to hear
out
it.
at the fair. Oh yes, she loves the heat.
Fan of it, huh?
I love it. I'm like a little lizard. I can sit outside and just get warm.
It is nice.
But we had some people with heat exhaustion at the fair the other day.
Shoot,
just because I think they think, okay, it hasn't been that hot for an extended period of time. I really don't need to worry about it. But if you're at the fair and you're doing a lot of walking that you might not be used to doing, you know, there's steps in and out of the tunnel. There's lots of walking and stuff to do. Maybe find some AC. There are lots of exhibits inside.
That's true.
So just find some AC and a little bit of shade.
And definitely have some water with you.
Water, yes.
And a Dole
always.
Whip. That's just my recommendation.
I like your thinking.
That's how you hydrate? Yeah, that's how I hydrate. The Dole Whip is good. The Dole Whip is good. All right, so we've been talking about, you know, Colts camp recently, and that's been fun, and it's hard to believe that we're almost time for fall. But we were talking earlier today on Channel 13 about a unique event, television event, I suppose, 6 times this season that's going to involve some of our favorite Colts. We're talking Pat McAfee, Peyton Manning, coming together for something crazy.
For something crazy. Anything that involves Pat McAfee is crazy.
Right.
And has lots of energy and woo.
Always entertaining.
Yes.
So here's the deal. So former Colts punter Pat McAfee had Peyton Manning, former Colts quarterback, of course, on his Sirius XM radio show for the big announcement. So we'll let them tell it. Take a listen.
Peyton Manning and I are getting into business together. We have officially agreed, alongside Omaha Productions, to simulcast 6 big college football games this season. We will be on ESPN2. The main cast will be on ESPN. I think we have to celebrate Manning!
Oh yeah, we love the dance. Yeah.
I told you he's high energy.
He's going to have to have a dance named after him, the Pat.
The Pat?
Yes,
I like
the Pat.
Well, there it is.
There it is, the Pat. Not recommended for those at home who are not named Pat.
But he almost gets the shoulder shrug going.
He does. It's very entertaining. It's very entertaining.
So will they be commentating on like the funny parts of football games?
I believe so. So here's the deal. It's kind of going to be like if you ever watched the Manning cast, where Peyton Manning and his brother Eli did for Monday Night Football. That was on ESPN, where they basically are doing the play-by-play, but it's much more than play-by-play. It kind of felt like you were in their man cave and you were their friend and they're just talking football over some beers with you. I'm imagining that will be this except on steroids because
college games, right? Was this college games?
I don't know. I thought
it was NFL. It's college. I think it's college.
Is it college?
Let's go back in the little script.
Let's see.
I think it was college.
College games.
Okay. So that's different than the Monday Night Football and the NFL.
Right.
So.
But
kind
similar
of fun. Conversation for sure.
It's a conversation and more than just, hey, they threw the ball and got a touchdown.
Well, lots of dancing for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And we don't know which 6 games they're going to be covering, but I'm sure TBD.
Yeah.
And you have to watch them all.
It'll be fun.
Lots of energy. All right. Well, we hope you have lots of energy on this Friday night. We appreciate you joining us for Facebook Live, and we hope to see you again tonight at 11. So, good night.